whether they can take that into the court matches, and we are ready to rock and roll in the second game in match day one. It's AS Monaco versus Schalke 04.
Yeah, AS Monaco to the left of your screen, and pre-match high five, FC Schalke 04 on the right-hand side, and a very serious-looking duo getting ready for action. Schalke in the blue, Monaco in the white and red, and it will be Monaco who will get us off and underway. And Jovetic immediately forwards to Guano. Nice exchange of passes. That was a very crisp start. Caligiuri to Bentaleb for the German club. Burgstaller goes back to Nabil Bentaleb again. Baba now on the offensive run. It's a very quick start from both teams.
Yeah, as we mentioned, we didn't think it was going to be quite as cagey as that first game. We maybe well and truly proved wrong with a 0-0 after 90 minutes, but 5 minutes gone here, and it's been a bit of a breathtaking start as it's 5 forwards up towards the edge of the penalty area of Schalke 04, but cleared to Baba on this left-hand side.
And Schalke, of course, who won the eFootball Pro Invitational in August of this year, with these two parts of that team, El Matador and Gool, and forwards it goes towards Jovetic. Jovetic sends it away. Caligiuri picks up possession now, and Baba can go forwards. Here is Taramulian, Golovin now, and Grancher. Well, after a quick start, things have just settled down a bit as both sides try to feel each other out. Jovetic won't be able to get on the end of that. Sané can guide it all the way back to Ralph Fehrman, the Schalke goalkeeper.
So 12 minutes gone here, and still deadlocked, awaiting that first goal. The first real chance, Mark, because it's been, well, while it's been very entertaining and end-to-end, we've not really had a shot in anger just yet as the ball gets played up over the halfway line.
Burgstaller to Amin Harit, and it's Guido Burgstaller again. Baba closed down by Jemison. And an early ball in towards Mbolo. Nicely worked back for Burgstaller, but good defending as well from Monaco. Lofty and USMAKABYLE were able to get enough bodies back between them and the goal, but they've still got defending to do here, and they've been unable to keep that one out. And it's the German duo who take the lead.
Well, pinball in and around the 6-yard box and fired home, and it's all smiles here for Schalke 04. The first goal for them, and well, we talked up AS Monaco's abilities as singles, but they haven't played together in a co-op, Lotfi and USMAKABYLE, and it kind of showed there. They looked a little bit, you know, in terms of that communication at the back was a bit lacking, and fired home inside the 6-yard box. The goalkeeper had absolutely no chance. Advantage to the Germans.
Well, they can celebrate, but I do just wonder if there'll be a bit of frustration between Lotfi and
you saw it there with that face,
yeah, because I think they'll feel that that was a very preventable goal from that side of it. And, you know, we focus on the attacking play, and that's obviously going to play a part. But if you are going to go all the way in this competition, you need to cut out any sloppy defensive errors. Here's Jovetic, though, looking for an immediate response. Guano into towards Golovin. And this time, Schalke doing their defensive work well.
Yeah, the opposite of what AS Monaco did just a few moments earlier. And the deadlock has been broken, which we kind of wanted, because we didn't want another cagey affair. That goal will probably open it up, as AS Monaco will have to now come forwards, but they won't be too over the top. Well, they won't be too gung-ho, knowing that they've got that second game ahead of them as well.
Precisely, and Mbolo manages to skip away from Jemison. Clips it in neatly enough as well. Burgstaller back in, and again, not the best defending, but they get away with it this time, but they've got to be careful. Yeah,
what we're noticing in this game is, similar to the last game, the way for them to break through was down the flanks, and straight away is Schalke 04, who are causing all sorts of problems down these wide areas, and it looks like they've got a free kick in a very dangerous position, and they can whip this into the danger area.
63% possession so far for Schalke, very much on the front foot. They've switched takers, so Yevhen Konoplyanka will deliver this one into a dangerous area, and Subasic had to get down smartly. But again, it's another warning sign.
Yeah, it was a fizzed right into the back post there, and it just needed a trailing leg, a stud, anything, and it was into the back of the net as it stood. The goalkeeper did well. He stayed rooted to the area, and the little flick didn't come, and he was able to claim the ball very easily. Half an hour gone here, and still the Germans lead by 1-0. And we haven't really seen AS Monaco in an attacking sense. And Schalke 04 are in again here. Another save, and what a save it was, Mark.
Well, they could be out of sight by now, Schalke. They've had the chances to establish a very commanding lead, but there's an opportunity here for Guano. What a chance this is for Monaco! Taken beautifully, and from out of nothing, it's 1-1. Well, they could have faced a real uphill struggle if Schalke had taken their chances. Instead, it's all square.
Well, we see this time and time again, Mark. It should have been 2-0, and the goalkeeper pulls off a quite truly sensational save. The ball goes straight down the other end, and what a pass this was, right through the gap. I can't see who it actually was who got on the end of it, but what a finish it was in the end. Just dinked it over the goalkeeper into that bottom right-hand corner. And AS Monaco, as you said, they barely had a kick in front of goal, and they're 1-1.
Guano with the finish to make it 1-1, and a real sucker punch that for Schalke, who have dominated the game so far, but find themselves pegged back to 1-1. Guano, the man who got the goal, teeing it up now for Masengo, and here's Jovetic. Well, what a turnaround that would have been if Monaco got their noses in front.
Well, the thing is, we talked about how they possibly haven't quite got that same sort of camaraderie. They haven't played together, but what they do have in abundance is absolute sheer quality individually, and we're seeing this, and if they can build on that and get that team spirit as well, they could be quite an outfit.
Hanso's corner causes a few concerns for Schalke. Well, the first half of the first half was certainly going the way of the Royal Blues, but Monaco have surged back into it now, and it is very much nip and tuck. Here they are again, Jemison looking for Guano. Baba got his angles right to make the intervention. Mbolo now for Schalke. That's a poor pass. Jemison able to intercept, but Bergstoller has it again now for the Germans. Harit into Bentaleb. Here's Konoplyanka. That's nicely worked by Schalke. And Caligiuri now picks up the running. Runners either side. Harit tried to flick it through to Mbolo, and this time Monaco do defend their lines well.
Yeah, it was good defending in the end. I was just about to say, I wonder how Schalke 04 are going to actually respond after that goal and the chance for AS Monaco to go 2-1 in front. But they've steadied the ship, but they are under the cosh again here as the ball gets played through. Great defending from Baba on that left-hand side. And as we tick towards the end of the first half, Mark, this is quite an exciting game, isn't it?
It's been a thriller, absolute thriller. You can see there 72% passes completed for both sides, very evenly matched. And after the Schalke side had the majority of possession to start off with, I fancy it's a much more even split of the ball now as we head into the final minute of the first half. Golovin on the run. Monaco don't want this first half to end because they're finishing it very strongly indeed, but they've given away a cheap throw there. In fact, it's gone their way. Golovin thinking about the long one. Indeed, he does hurl it into the area. Masengo will get there, and it's 1-1 at the break. And well, I think Schalke will be feeling a bit misfortune that they're not actually ahead at the break.
Yeah, they'll be a bit disappointed, but what this game is throwing up is the complete opposite to the first game. The defences were by far on top in that game. Here we're seeing quite a few defensive errors, but also some incredible attacking quality as well, and it is the Germans who are on the front foot again, looking to get that early goal as they did in the first half, and he's just straight offside. That would have been a real chance.
Harit, the man who'd just made the run a touch early, and of course that comes down to the teamwork between them so that they know who is going to make the run and when. Caligiuri picks up the running then for Schalke. Nip and tuck at the start of this second half. Konoplyanka's in a bit of space here, and he's managed to work it into Mbolo. Beautiful flick, and Harit almost in. Now it's Jovetic. Game getting a bit stretched now. Golovin takes up the running. And early in towards Guano, who'll get there and hit the post. Oh, nearly a second of the game for him and a second for Monaco. Well, you've got to take your chances, as we have seen already. Will that opportunity come back to haunt them? Maybe not, because Grandeur was nearly in, but Ralph Fairman with the anticipation to make the gather. Now Masengo chasing after it. Bentaleb in towards Caligiuri. Panzo to Golovin. And Grandeur picks up possession for Monaco. Flicked in towards the edge of the area. It's a different looking AS Monaco in this second half. More confidence about their play, and they've got a free kick now with Golovin. 10 minutes played in the second half, and half a concern there for Schalke. They send it away for the corner, and Fairman, the goalkeeper, thought about coming for it, then thought better of it. Konoplyanka will pick up the pieces for Schalke. Here's Baba. Baba coming inside and then playing an ambitious crossfield pass, which Terem Ulian has intercepted. He's gifted it straight back to Nastasic, and Bergstoller's pass over the top to Harit is a beauty. Amin Harit has to check back though, waiting for some support. There are plenty in there. Can he get the cross in? He can. It's Guido Bergstoller, and across for Konoplyanka. That is a magnificent goal to re-establish Schalke's lead.
What a team goal that was from Schalke. The ball got pinned around on the edge of the area on the left-hand side, and as soon as it came in, he just took one shot, one touch, and it was in the back of the net. And, well, pretty deserved in the passage of the last 5 minutes, Mark.
Yeah, they carved that opportunity out really well. We've seen some goals that were preventable and perhaps defensive errors played a part. That
lovely little drop
here.
of the shoulder there, wasn't it, on the left-hand side?
They had great interplay there. Monaco left chasing shadows, and it was neatly put away. And this has turned into a real thriller.
Yeah, it's certainly going to be the best of the attacking play to decide who's going to win this one. And there's a close-up there of AS Monaco, Lotfi and USMAKABYLE looking, again, just a little bit annoyed. But could they be annoyed? Was that something they could have stopped defensively, or was that just, I mean, that drop of the shoulder on the left wing was just, it just sent him the dummy, and the rest was history. I don't think they could have really done much about that.
No, I think there was just general frustration at conceding, not the manner of the goal. It wasn't quite the same reaction we saw to the one that they conceded early on, which was down to a bit more defensive hesitancy. This time they were just cut open by some really crisp Schalke interplay, and now the changes are coming into effect.
Now, in terms of the formations, we saw that again there. 4-3-3, very narrow. We've seen that on both games now. Is there a reason for that, do you think? What were they getting from that narrowness?
I think that it's just making the midfield quite congested, and they feel that they've got the interplay to exploit any spaces that are in there. Here's Nasser Chadli losing out, and Bergstoller has it for Schalke. Konoplyanka again, crisp, quick passing from Schalke. That's what they're going to win the game with if they can do more of it. Here is Chadli, forwards through for Guano, and that ball through the centre has caused real problems. Guano for his second of the game. Fairman makes the block, and again, you have to take your chances. That was a very similar one to the one that he put away in the first half. On this occasion, though, he couldn't beat the goalkeeper.
Yeah, it was a wonderful break, a sensational pass, really, from Chadli through the middle, and really should have done better. The goalkeeper came out and made himself big, to be fair, but you'd expect him. Oh, it's another chance, and Schalke 04 have a third goal. They lead 3-1. And could that be the moment?
Well, you see there in the blink of an eye, a good chance at either end of the pitch. It could have been 2-2. Instead, it's 3-1. And you saw there, actually, the difference in styles of play. Although, actually...
Oh, he's given it offside.
It's been chalked off.
The drama.
Well, a let-off there for Monaco, but it was interesting that Schalke pinged the ball around, had the ball in the net. Monaco again, that through ball through the middle of Schalke. They've got a bit of a soft centre there, and that might be an area Monaco will look to exploit in the remaining 20 minutes of the game. Konoplyanka aiming for Bergstoller. Jemerson's across there. Can he get the cross in here? He's got Mbolo in the centre. Two other runners arriving now, but he's lost out, and Monaco can clear.
What a late flag that was, Mark. The controversy here in the eFootball Pro League, match day 1, and now with only 15 minutes remaining, AS Monaco have the chance to pull level here. It's Chadli, and he's done it. Oh, in the blink of an eye, the controversy turns into absolute wonder for AS Monaco.
Well, they're not celebrating there, and I wonder why that is.
Because they're that cool, Mark. Calm and controlled.
Well, they look like they conceded a goal rather than scored a goal there, the way that they were reacting, and there's still some muttering going on under the breath. They're obviously a tough pair to please.
The thing is, and I said this time and time again, these three in the AS Monaco ranks are all seasoned veterans. They're all winners, especially USMAKABYLE, who has 2 world titles to his name. He's used to winning, so to feel behind it, or to be behind in the game, that will surely rile him, and that equalising goal has just kind of awoken the beast. Now they might go for the winner.
Well, very contrasting reactions. We saw the German pair on their feet when they thought they'd scored that latest goal, and barely a muscle moved from the Monaco duo, despite the fact that they have nabbed a crucial goal there to make it 2-2. And well, it's the kind of game, I think, that the Schalke duo will come away from feeling that they should have won if they don't end up with the victory come full time.
I hate to say it, but moments like that can change tournament competition campaigns. I mean, if this comes to the final match day in a few months' time, and you know, that one goal could be all the difference for AS Monaco, couldn't it?
15 minutes left to play, and you wouldn't like to call out a winner at the moment, because both sides have looked very, very promising going forwards in very different ways. Schalke's interplay and Monaco's more direct route, both have reaped dividends from that. Subasic sends it long then for Monaco, and Abensana is on the chase here. He's got McKennie defending. Pellegrini gets it back to Guano, and Chadli! What a save, what a save from Ralph Fairman to prevent Monaco from getting their noses in front.
What a 5 minutes that could have been for Chadli as the ball gets fizzed across. Lovely back heel there, but there comes the fizzed pass, and what a save from the goalkeeper. Full stretch to his right-hand side to deny AS Monaco a third goal in this match, and Chadli is pulling all the strings here for LOTFI and USMAKABYLE, Mark.
They've only had 40% possession, but they could easily have had the lead there, Monaco. That corner wasn't the best, though. Canoply-Anka will come to pick up the pieces for Schalke. Early towards Mbolo, cut out by Jemison. Bounce might have worked out for Bergstaller. Instead, Monaco can switch it. Franco De Santo unable to win the header. Grandsure for Monaco. Is there one last chance? Pellegrini gets it back for Chadli. Slipped through. Maybe he should have gone for goal. Nastasic with a somewhat risky pass. Canoply-Anka scoops it forwards. Bergstaller's there again. All a bit harum-scarum in the final few minutes. Baba goes forwards to Canoply-Anka. Will there be one last chance? That's
harum-scarum, I enjoyed that one.
Subasic will knock it long. De Santo and Grandsure. Pellegrini slipped through nearly for Guano. That's been the ball for Monaco throughout this game. That early pass through the centre.
Just straight into Chadli, isn't it, every time, and he can then pick off the pass from there, and this time it's down the right-hand side. Just 4 minutes remaining to possibly find a winner. Just can't quite find Chadli, or can he? Or he almost stole in there ahead of the defender, but fired away, and that might be that last chance saloon for Schalke 04 to grab a last gasp winner.
Canoply-Anka's pass not ideal. Bergstaller is there again. Will he go for the shot? Flicks it up for Mbolo. Angles against him, but he still forces the save from a very, very tight angle. Would have been some goal if he'd managed to score from there. You'd expect the keeper to make the save, but credit to Schalke for carving out the chance.
You said that, but that is some save. That was fired in, going right into the roof of the net, and he's just managed to get that right pinky on it and pushed it up over the top, and it's a corner. And we've seen set pieces be so crucial already today, Mark. Can they grab the winner?
This could be the last chance of the game. It's a deep corner. Franco De Santo trying to make something of it. Monaco clear their lines. We've played the one additional minute that was signalled, so the whistle could go any time now. Baba won't be able to get there, and that is it. And what a fabulous game that finishes all square. Monaco 2, Schalke 2.